guys. Try to answer your questions the best I can.
Greg, only getting 12 points on 5 turnovers game. Does that bother you right now?
Well, the fact that we lost the game is what I'm upset with. Yeah, that's part of losing the game. We need to be able to take advantage of those situations a little better.
Greg, with the running game, I mean, obviously 25 carries, 1 yard, that has to be disappointing as well.
It is. I mean, they're a good defense, but you're right. It's disappointing. We need to continue to work on it. As I told you before, we didn't get to that position overnight, and we're not going to get out of that position overnight. We're better than we were. We'll get better. We're going to do a very good job today against, I thought, a good defense.
Coach, how much did that field goal by UNC at the end of the first half kind of hurt the momentum you kind of created there?
I don't think it hurt the momentum at all. I think it hurt that the score was a 2-point game, and we let up 3 points right before the half, so it hurt a lot. Now, who knows how the game plays out? But momentum, I didn't feel that at all with our guys. Our guys were locked in and excited about playing. There wasn't a dip or anything.
You get the ball with 6 minutes left, and the way Chase had played, did you feel like something good might happen there?
I always do, Steve. I'm an optimist. I believe we're going to drive the ball down the field. You prepare for everything, so we have 4-minute defense ready, 2-minute defense ready. But I believe that we're going to drive the ball down the field. We have great playmakers out there. We just came up a little bit short.
How do you took a lot of hits today, Chase, and kept on bouncing back. How do you assess the way he played?
Hard to tell how he played. I got to look at his reads and talk with Coach Signetti. I do know that he's a tough kid. His helmet came ripped off once. He kept battling. I think, one thing that I am pleased with is that it showed the toughness of our football team. There's a resiliency in there that until you get tested, you don't know. Without the struggle, you don't know. So now we had the struggle. We'll see where that puts us moving forward. I think this game could be a very, very important game for us. It's a good football team. They're very talented. We had opportunities to win it. We didn't. They did. That's why you play games. But I think we learned something about our football team, which I'm excited about. I can't wait to get to work with these guys. We clean up our little messes and get better.
Greg, 4 shots from midfield. Did you have any kind of angle? Did you think Rocket got in on one of them? It looked like the second down one he might have gotten in.
I had the worst angle in the house. Jay told me from his view on TV, but I don't. That's why we have replay officials, I guess.
Greg, with the exception of 2 or 3 big plays, were you pleased with the execution of the defense?
You can't say that. That's the problem,
right?
With the exception of. That's what defense is. Defense is a losing proposition when you start. Just think of the whole definition of it. And 2 or 3 plays is what makes or breaks your day. That's what we need to understand. I don't know how many takeaways we had. All that stuff's great. Negative plays and TFLs. End of the day, those big plays can't happen, or you're not a good defense. And we'll be a good defense because we'll clean that mess up and not let balls go flying out the back end like that. But today it wasn't good enough. Too many big plays, 2 big runs. Otherwise, it's a great job against the run, but that otherwise doesn't count. That's football.
Greg, your initial thoughts on the offensive line, 4 sacks, and then rushing totals?
Again, I think it's one of the premier defensive lines in the country, so the sack part, I thought we got rid of the ball rather quickly. Running the ball, there's no, what can I tell you, 25 carries, 1 yard, proof's in the pudding. We need to run the ball more effectively, and we got to sit down and figure out if it's schematic, if it's personnel, or if we can make whatever adjustments we feel can help it. But we have to get better in the running game.
Greg, along that line, do you think the absence of the running game is putting a little too much stress on the offense in general and then the defense?
Oh, I don't know what the stress. Our guys don't think that way. I don't think that way. The run game, what it does is it gobbles up time. So you can have some sustained drives where you eat clock. When you don't run the ball well, you don't eat clock very well. Those 7-8 minute drives, those 9-minute drives that are set the tone for a football game. We need to run the football. We will.
Was the decision to go for 4th and 1 instead of kicking the field goal an automatic one for you?
No, it's never automatic, but it would have been a 53-yard field goal. The breeze had changed during the half. At one point, it felt like a tornado was coming through for like a 10-second period. All of a sudden, it gusted. And I thought that was just a little too far. But it wasn't automatic, no, because Santan had hit one from, 51. So You had to think about it.
Are there any lingering injuries you're concerned about right now? I mean,
It's a very
Savon
physical
got back
game.
in.
I don't know. I'll find out more. Some guys were out and then back in, so you never know how that manifests itself tomorrow. We'll see.
Greg, Sanu's performance, 13 catches, I mean, how impressive were you with that?
I mean, just from a spectator standpoint, he made some of the most incredible catches I've seen in a long time. One-hand grabs. We're going to give him a little help in the run game, and we're going to. We had too many missed opportunities offensively. We dropped 2 touchdown passes again today. It's so hard to create big plays. And just as I said, Sam, when I said about running the game, yeah, but except for 2 plays. Well, except for 2 plays, if we catch those 2 balls, it's 14 points. So we have to learn, practice better, I guess. I don't know. We have to focus better. We need to make those catches. When the ball's on the money, you got to make the catch. Those weren't tough ones. Mo made some tough catches. Mo made some incredibly tough catches. I was impressed.
Coach, 2 weeks again until your next opponent. Do you like having that long layoff to kind of correct things, or do you want to get right back at it?
No, I don't like it, but that's not, I don't get a choice in that. We need to work and get better. I'd like to get back to playing again, but I'll have my wish after that. We go 10 straight weeks or whatever it is, so we'll have enough time to go back to back to back to back to back. We'll get better, though, in this bye week. There's no doubt.
Greg, a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball, but 8 for you, is that too many?
No, it was 1 at the half. I was really disappointed in that one drive where they scored a touchdown. We had two face masks and 1 personal foul for hitting the quarterback late. I got to see that. I mean, if you're tackling right, you don't get face masks. We need to have a clock in our head when you can hit the quarterback and when you can't. I mean, those are crucial. Those are 3 first downs. And then we drove them back. But you can't overcome that. Nobody's that good.
Considering the talent level on the other side, did you see enough today that you walk out of this one in a couple of days feeling good about this team?
I know where our talent level is. I know they have very talented players. I didn't know how our talent level would respond against that talent level. It was good to see them respond and fight. Now, if we can clean up the errors and grow as a football team, the fight doesn't go away. The talent doesn't go away. Now the challenge for us right now is to clean it up and get better. Because if we do, we're going to be a good football team. If we don't, it's going to be a missed opportunity. I'll do everything in my power to make sure we do. I think the guys in that room are, that staff is. We got something.
Got time for 2 more questions?
Thank you, fellas.